Alright, guys, welcome back. This is Bad Senator. So, last time we talked about the 2018 Senate elections. This was a map that I had. All the states in red were states where Republicans were definitely going to win. All the states in blue are states where the Democrats are definitely going to win. And then all the light shades shows where each party is favored to win. This was my map that I used. However, I am making a few changes to this map, either due to certain candidates joining the races or new polling or any reason. There are a few changes I need to make to this map. Let's go east to west here. Let's go in Michigan. I'm reluctantly putting this in the safe column for the Democrats. And the reason I'm doing this is because polls have come out showing Debbie Stabenow with over a 20-point lead over a few Republican challengers. 20 points, that's not really something you can really challenge. I know that polls aren't the most accurate source of election predicting as seen in 2016, but 20 points, there's really no contesting that. And also, it makes sense because Debbie Stabenow is becoming more of a moderate Democrat, and she is popular interstate, so it makes sense. Interstate voted Democrat from 1992 to 2012. So it all makes sense. I think Michigan, there's really not a whole lot of chance that Republicans can win that seat. Now let's go to Tennessee. I actually think that Tennessee will go to Marsha Blackburn. Marsha Blackburn is going to be the Republican that will be running for the seat, most likely. Now, Phil Bredesen, I thought Phil Bredesen would be able to win because he is a former governor there who won every county in the 2006 Democrat election as governor. And I thought, he kind of has like the favorite son kind of appeal, if you know what I mean, and could win. It's not looking like that's going to be the case. And that's because, polls are coming out showing, oh, Trump is really popular in Tennessee. Oh, and Marsha Blackburn is leading in a lot of the polls. So it's not looking like that state's going to be flipping blue. I mean, it still could, definitely, but not looking as of it, or it's not looking like it's going to right now. Let's go to North Dakota. You have Heidi Heitkamp. Now, last time we talked about the Senate elections, Kevin Cramer was not running for North Dakota Senate. Now he is, and I think he is a good candidate. And honestly, I think this race is true toss-up. There's really no telling who is going to be favored to win this election. It's just so close. But I try to avoid toss-ups as much as possible. So if I had to say, I'd say this state is the lightest shade of red possible. Let's see, the lightest shade of red. But don't use this, mark my words, but don't hold me to them, because North Dakota could go either way. Each candidate probably has a higher than 45% chance of winning. So don't really listen to this guy up here. Same thing for Arizona. It's looking now like you're going to have Kyrsten Sinema running as the Democrat. No, not a movie Cinema. Cinema's her last name. And I think she's also a very good candidate. And then you have the Republican base fractured between three strong party nominees. Now, what's keeping me from just turning this blue is two things. The first thing is that Republicans have had a historical strong showing in Arizona as compared to other areas in the Southwest there. And number two, you have a lot of old people in Arizona, and I don't think they're going to be voting for Kyrsten Sinema. So this makes it a total toss-up. Again, another total toss-up. Again, I try to avoid these as much as possible, and therefore I think this one is the lightest shade of blue, actually. Lightest shade of blue in Arizona, again, but don't really listen to this. Each candidate, or each party rather, probably has a higher than 45% chance of winning the election. So I wouldn't really listen to these two guys as really good indicators. And yeah, so as of right now, all the predictions I have come true. 53 Republicans to 47 Democrats. This is one more pickup for the Republicans than I originally thought. I mean, Trump's approvals are going up, and the Republican-controlled Senate and House is getting some stuff done. And I think that, a a blue wave, while not out of the question, is not immediately likely at this point. So finally, I'd like to talk about a special election going on in Pennsylvania. You have a vacancy in the 18th district of Pennsylvania. Now, basically, this isn't race ratings right here. This is a map of the incumbent Republicans in the House and the incumbent Democrats. All the red districts are Republican is currently holding the seat there, and all the Democrat districts are represented in blue. And obviously, you have a blank one here, which represents a vacancy. No one's holding that seat right now. The special election to fill that seat is going to be held on March 14th, I believe. So you have Saccone, you have just Justin Saccone going off against Connor Lamb. Saccone's the Republican, Lamb's the Democrat. So I think that this race is favored to go to the Republicans. Now, there's a few reasons for me to believe this. The first reason is that Trump won this district by many, many points. 20 points, to be exact. Secondly, polls are showing that Saccone has an average 7-point lead, which is obviously very good for Republicans. An average of 3 polls shows that Saccone's, the Republican, is up by 7 points. And my final reason for believing this is Josh Lamb is not really kind of like campaigning. He doesn't have the best campaign. I mean, he's trying to convince Pennsylvania voters that he's kind of like, oh, Saccone is really too conservative, but honestly, voters in this district is probably going to vote for someone no matter how conservative they are. So that's a really bad case to make, and yeah, Josh Lamb doesn't have the best campaign strategy. So, I mean, he is doing good in the fact that he's not really trying to, like, be anti-Trump, because that's not going to work in a Republican district. I mean, that's where he is doing well, but that's basically his extent of doing well. He's not really having a really good campaign strategy in the other parts of his campaign. So that district will go to the Republicans. I predict that could change, and you better believe that I'll have videos coming out about this as time goes on. Now, you notice that a lot of these districts are kind of weird looking. You got this one right here, kind of looks like a Y-Wing from Star Wars. Honestly, you have this one here, which, I don't know, it's kind of like a satellite perched upon, like, a bat in profile. Yeah, this is called gerrymandering. Now, I'm sure y'all know what gerrymandering is, but if you don't know, it's basically when a party draws districts to favor their party. In this case, Pennsylvania Republicans drew the map to favor them. And that's why you result in these weird-shaped districts. Now, a Supreme Court ruling, well, not a Supreme Court ruling, a Pennsylvania High Court ruling declared that these districts are unconstitutional, and they have made their own districts. Let me try to get them up for you. All right, so that map you see on your screen there, that is the congressional district map the Supreme Court has proposed, and this is the one that will also likely be in effect in November 2018. Now, this map right here favors, I wouldn't say favors, but Democrats are definitely going to be getting more districts, than they would have with the gerrymandered map. So expect some Democrat wins here in Pennsylvania, some Democrat pickups here in Pennsylvania. But yeah, so that's my political commentary for today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!